and who has profound experience in full stack development, who has made very profound projects over these last 4 or 5 years, and who has a lot of experience in this field with MERN stack, with JS, with CSS, with HTML. He'll be teaching you whatever you need to learn for for your career in the future in this field. So without much delay, I'll be introducing Sir Mr. Sheikh Azhar, who is here with us to guide you in all these 15 days for the journey. So, Sir, you can go ahead and take the space. Thank you.
Okay, that was a long way anyway. So now it's already 6:30. Hello, everyone. It's around, we have 307. Okay, there are more people still joining. Every second I'm seeing the count is up and up and up. Anyways, thank you so much, Jigasho. So firstly, let's start with a short intro. Like, I'm sorry, what was this? Got it. Okay. Okay, so I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Yes. Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay, so we have a lot of people in the club. Now let's see. Let's discuss the flow first, right? Let's just jump into the topic, what we are actually here for, because we have already wasted due to so many issues we were facing, and as usually it happens on online sessions on the very first day it happens. So this is becoming a new trend anyways. So firstly, let me just have a quick intro. Like, there are so many people, like 326. Okay. Oh man, too many people to get intro, but it's fine. We'll be see, to get more closer interaction with me and every individual is possible when you are more aware of and you are more interested to learn more things. Like, suppose what I'll be doing here is just giving you the knowledge, giving you the certain ideas and the certain roadmap that these are the things what we are going to move forward with, right? But there are also moreover things that you should ask. Like, suppose the queries, the any questions that you are just coming across, and the way you are asking your queries to me should be linked. Is anyone has their mic on? Yeah, okay, so please put it on mute. It's fine. Okay, so the way you will be asking all of your questions and everything, that would be the direct way to get more knowledge from these sessions and get more interacted and get more involved in it, right? So let's just boost them and let's come across what we are actually going to do, right? But before jumping to this, the last thing I want to get over is why. Okay, why we are joining this session? Like, suppose these are 15 days boot camp, right? We want to learn MERN, we want to learn coding, we want to get into full stack development. All of these things are very clear that why we are here, right? But this why should be a bit more deeper. So let's just make this why a bit more deeper first. So see, the way, I don't know, there are various of people, there are so many of you, each and every one of you have a different roadmap, a different way to go. Like, some people will end up with full stacks and some people will end up with front end especially, some people will end up with back end especially, right? So there are various things that you will be ending up with. But here, what we need to understand is the prerequisite. The very first thing is the prerequisite that you should have, right? Because now we are not starting from the very basic like HTML, CSS or something. Like, we are directly jumping to the MERN stacks, right? So if you are not aware of HTML, CSS or JavaScript, so that will JavaScript, at least the basic knowledge of JavaScript, like how the syntax works and everything, that should be enough for this bootcamp. And now, if you are not aware of this, that is not going to take much time. Of course, from tomorrow only you can just go ahead and learn those things first, and then you can jump over to MERN stack and to learn more advanced exponentials. Now, firstly, what do you think? Like, tell me in the comment section. No, there's not a comment section, there's a chat box. So okay, tell me in the chat box, like, what do you think the MERN stack should take? How many how much time should it take to learn? 1 to 2 months, to be honest. That is so honest. 3 months, basics are clear. 2 months, Probably 6 months or so. Okay. 2 months approx. Okay. So there are 2 months, 1 month. So average, as I can see, 1 to 2 months. So 2 months is the average count, as I can see. Okay, that's it. Now, so if the 2 month is average time on this, no. Now let's understand how much time we have on our card in this boot camp. We have 15 days, and every day we have 30 to 45 minutes to learn, and also for Q&A section at the end, right? Now let's understand on this 15 days how much we can grasp, right? So we are not creating the entire course and we are going deeper to the every single component in this section, in this entire boot camp. What we are going to do is we'll be creating a sort of a project just to understand how the fundamentals of MERN stack works. So now suppose if you are already here, so you must know what MERN stack actually defines. Basically MERN as in M as in Mongo, R as in E as in Express, no, MERN, AME, yes, E as in Express. Express is basically the framework of Node actually. We'll be going more deeper into that. But MongoDB, which is database, Express, which is going to run the backend server based on Node, R as in React. So these are the fundamentals that we are going to learn and go a bit more deeper, right? But we need to understand that how this all of this different technologies is coming all together and creating a full stack app that we will be building up on this particular bootcamp. We won't be going to the every single component. We won't be going to the deeper level, right? We will just create an entire app and we'll just combine them, and maybe at the end of the day, if we get enough time left on this, then we will be also deploying on those, right? If we don't get, we'll be creating a separate video for you guys so that you can understand that not only creating is the factor, but also the deployment has a huge aspect. Like I remember the first project, it took me like 2-3 weeks just to understand how to deploy a particular project. Like suppose a particular website, I was so confused. Deploying a project was so much, like I have learned so many things. Like I have been, then at that moment I was working on Node actually, then React and everything I had came across, but then I was working on Node, and then when I was searching for deployment and everything, then I got to know that deployment is the actual factor. Like suppose you are creating the entire project, like the entire home, right? But if you are not putting it on any actual place just so that other people can just visit that place, then that is not making any sense. Like your project will be on your local machine only, you are not going to deploy it, right? That deployment has various factors that we will also come across to this. Okay, so we'll also come across to all of these things now. Okay, so in 15 days, this is what we are going to cover. Now, as Ashutosh also told me, so there were many factors, like when we were discussing like what kind of project we will come across and we will just, create on this boot camp. But then I thought, like even Ayush thought about it, like, because some of the students are connected with with Ashutosh, and they told that Zomato clone would be a good idea. Then we thought, like if Zomato clone could be a good idea, and if that is coming directly from the students, then why not to ask all over the students and let's understand what they actually want, right? So I've just initiated, even right now only I was putting a status on Instagram just to help you guys, and just go there and give a shot of both. There are 3 options, I guess. I put 3 options only. Wait, let me just check again. Oh no, there are 2 options that I have came across, like what clone project you want to learn. So this is something look like this is status that, oh, you cannot see it in this camera anyways, there's a webcam shot of. So from tomorrow only I will be using a camera, not a webcam. So there is a question like what project you want to go forward with, like Zomato clone or the Amazon clone. Let's see like how many people want to know, like if you are more interested on Zomato clone and Amazon clone. And let's also understand, yes, again, of course. So let me just put the Insta ID here so that you can understand. Okay, so this is the Insta ID. You can go and just tap. You don't need to follow or anything. You just tap on this story and get over this. Like just vote on anyone, like Zomato or the Amazon clone you want to do. Yeah, okay. Now, let's move forward, and now let's discuss, like before voting, you also need to understand that what we are actually going to do when we are going forward with Zomato or when we are going forward with Amazon. So see, this two big giant has Amazon is bigger giant anyways. So this two giant has basically the same industry, almost the same industry like the e-commerce industry, but Zomato provides all the food facilities and everything, and Amazon also food nowadays, but that is mostly based on core e-commerce, right? So now, as we know that in this time, in this day, guys, it's us account. And okay, so now in this time e-commerce has various options, like every second person, like whoever is starting a new startup and they are more passionate about to start any drop shipping business or any e-commerce business, right? So that is a fundamental one thing, that like how e-commerce, this huge giant, and all of these e-commerce fundamentals and how their architectures, and how the process and how the back end and the front end is getting combined and getting deployed, and how we the actual, like, so suppose from ordering to the payment section, obviously we'll be completing the payment scenarios also. So from ordering to payment, how this entire flow an e-commerce business, an e-commerce website is creating, that we will be creating on Amazon. And then almost the same on Zomato side. On Zomato side, what we'll be doing is we might create two authorizations, like suppose there are three type of users, actually many more, but in general, like suppose the restaurant one and the not general user one, like we order foods, and the third one is the delivery partner, right? Now we might create only one side, like suppose the restaurant side we might create, right? Because the restaurant side is a bit more complicated, and how I'm telling you, like suppose what a restaurant does is a restaurant simply register their restaurant and then their food and everything, and those foods, and then we users see all those foods and then just order and they accept the order and so on. So these flow we'll be creating on Zomato. So now you guys decide like what you want to prefer, the Zomato clone or the Amazon clone, and from tomorrow only we'll be moving forward to those things, right? Okay, so that was secondly. And the third thing is now we were creating our why, right? And as you have already told, like some of you on the mail only, but it's fine. And now I want to know from all of you, like there are many less people who are literally interacting with me. I don't know, is my face looking bad or what? Or am I not interacting well anyway? Just tell me, like, why? If you want to be a MERN stack developer, like a full stack developer, if you want to learn coding, if you want to pay into this software industry, if you want to start your own startup, if you want to create your own project, just tell me why you want to learn. That is the most important fundamental that keeps us keep moving in whatever we are doing, right? So just give me a short word, like why, a word, not even a sentence, a short word. Let's see how creative you are with words. Brain food. Wow, that was too interesting, Anvisha. What really makes you for internship? Okay, internship. Uh-huh. You are that Gaurav. Gaurav, I guess, yes, Gaurav. You are literally that job kind of a person, or what? That you just want to get into this industry and get a job. Of course, you are going to get it, and there's a huge, this is a huge industry, and there's a lot of opportunities, trust me. New hobbies to grow. Exactly. What's Amazon and Zomato clone? What is Amazon and Zomato clone? Oh, that's a nice question. What is Amazon and Zomato clone? We'll be covering this just right away. Stepping stone. Very good, because I'm interesting. To learn and earn, of course. Skill. Yes, that is a lot of thing for knowledge and skill. For knowledge and skill. Okay. To make something creative. Very interesting. Enhancing technical skills, knowledge to develop technologies. Wow, that's overall a very big motive you can move forward with. To increase knowledge, for me, it's just exploring a new skill set. My goodness. Freelancing, startup. You know what? Now I'm literally feeling like I'm going back to my old days, that I used to think like, create something with the technologies, starting my own startup and creating a certain project that is coming on my mind, and then just freelancing and start earning and all of these things. Okay, so we'll be doing, like, of course, so all of these things I haven't found any one which is not actually making sense, but all of these are making sense because all of these are valid reason you should be joining this boot camp actually. Fun and excitement. Wow. Fun and excitement. Okay, you really should code for at least 6 hours a day, then you will truly understand what is fun and excitement means. Like if you're a truly hard coder. Passa and passion, bro. That should be swap. Passion and passa. Because if you don't have passion, passa is nowhere, bro. Little bit. So yes, yeah. Okay, got it. So that was too interesting to get all of these answers, bro. That was too interesting. Yes, of course. Okay, yeah. I got for 2 hours at max. Perfect. Okay, with all of this, I'm getting reminded by old days and so on. Like, just in short scenario, when okay, fine. So I even there are so many common things between all of you. Almost we are going to touch almost 500 people. So there are so many interesting things. Like I'm getting mutual with all of you with my old days. Like because I was also one of like you like every individual, like because at that time I was very very greedy on getting more knowledge and getting learn from various resources wherever what is happening, just to get into this and learn what they have to offer, what they have to teach us and all of these things. Because and of course that is more moreover that is into the same topic that I'm looking forward to grow in my life, that literally motivate us to just join and see what they have to learn. Man, okay, so there was a time, as I was just sharing with you, like when I was in your time, no, like when I was learning, and even I have joined multiple boot camps, got some MERN stack and also other courses and many stuff. And of course as a self-taught learner you have to do it. A college is not the one who is going to help you to get find it. But now these days college is literally helping you out with certain resources that see these are the ways you can learn, these are the ways and you can learn, which are third parties or maybe with their own resources, and they're literally doing it. That is really great in this industry now. Now maybe with time we'll move forward. Now the thing is, there was a day when in the morning, like I used to wake up around 10, 11, and then I used to start coding like just after brushing only. Whenever I used to get breakfast, like I'm just keeping my heads up aside, having breakfast, and then again I'm taking my laptop and again continue. So that was my learning phase, as we all have right now. Then then again for lunch this, and sometimes even that is so worse, but I did not even used to have bath because I was so intense on into something, like this is something I need to finish it, like certain course or certain projects or anything. Then what used to happen, like from the morning to the next morning, like I like from this window only I used to sit here and see, like at night I'm working after dinner, and then suddenly I used to see like the lights are coming on, and now I feel like okay fine, so this is the morning and now I really need to sleep because I don't want to waste the next day and so on. So that used to happen, and that is the day that helped me to move forward. And wherever I'm going right now, I'm still in my journey just like you guys. I have not even reached my destination, and I truly, if I tell you honestly, I don't want to reach my destination. This journey is so freaking awesome. The destination, if you reach to the destination, no, your life will be just this linear, like because you have reached there, right? But if you are on your journey, no, your life will be this, like every day something is just moving forward, moving forward, moving forward, and you are just going higher, higher and higher, in terms of knowledge, in terms of relationship, in terms of friendship, in terms of communication, in terms of self growth, in terms of finance. Every single thing you will be just moving forward in your life if your intention is to have your passion on your hand. It doesn't matter where your passion is, but it is there. But anyways, we are moving forward to something else. We were here for the project only. Okay, so there were one person who were, I know HTML, CSS only. That is absolutely fine, Jishan. If you know HTML, CSS, just take a bit of time and get a bit grasp of JavaScript, because today is not the day we are actually starting coding and getting into truly MERN stack. We are just getting a sort of intro and discuss like how we are going to move forward, and what kind of community we are building here, and what kind of bonding me and every individual you are just getting on. Okay, and so just get some time and get a sort of like just watch certain videos and a few blogs on JavaScript. You will get a sort of basic ideas, and then we can move forward, of course. And there was also one person who asked like, what is Zomato cloned and Amazon cloned? Okay, so here it was my bad that I forgot to introduce. I should be a bit more elaborated. So Zomato clone is something like, so there is a project Zomato will be cloning that project. Cloning does not mean that we'll be creating this project and launching to the market. Of course not. We'll be creating a sort of clone, right? Like suppose few modules would be there, like suppose authentications and maybe ordering modules, maybe user modules. These modules would be there in terms of technology and the architecture, and the entire, not entire, but the modules we'll be using. For those modules, the UI would be there. Like suppose the Zomato primary colors, secondary colors, and Zomato websites and Zomato logos and everything. We will be just cloning all of those stuff to this particular clone, and we'll be creating that. We'll be creating that particular website or whatever we are creating, this designing in terms of designing, in terms of API, in terms of backend and front end, and then combining those all together and then deploying it. We'll be creating this full stack project based on what cloning you are choosing. So again, there are few more people have joined again. So what we were discussing earlier as virtualization clone. Okay, what virtualization? Okay, so as we were discussing, just you decide what kind of a project you want to learn. And again, there is a third option which I forgot to mention. I'll put another story just right away. So there should be three options. The first one, so this is the clone. Like, just go to my Instagram ID. I'm putting it again. Just go there and tap on the story and vote what project you want to learn. Like suppose the Zomato or Amazon. There are more people, but okay. So 59% is already on Zomato. I don't know you can see or not, but this is something. Okay. So 59% is already on Zomato, 59% is on Amazon, 41% is Zomato clone. Okay, so again, I'm just repeating it again and again because the next 14 days we are going to work on this only, like what you want to learn on, what kind of a project you want to learn. And of course, you can attach this project to your portfolio, and then you can just reach out to the right client or maybe job. Of course, that is going to be useful for you guys. So what project you want to go forward? Zomato clone or Amazon clone? So again, just go to the Instagram ID and tap on the story and vote what you want to go with, Zomato clone and Amazon clone. And then from tomorrow we will be starting that project. Like from backend we will be starting up. We will be creating the API first, and then we'll move forward and create the entire front end and everything. So let me just put the Insta ID again. Okay, so this is here, and again on Telegram also we'll be sharing, and then we can move forward with this. And I guess Amazon clone is best. Yes, and I'm from non-tech branch. Okay, that is absolutely fine. If you're non-tech branch, we can maybe have a Telegram poll. Yes, on Telegram also we can do this. Jigyashu, please note this. This is a good idea. We can also create a poll on Telegram.
Yes, yes.
Do it even for them.
Guys, I'll also be forwarding the poll in the Telegram group, so make sure you vote. And if you're not part of the group, I'll be dropping the link again.
Exactly, and please drop the link right here only, because there are few more people who have recently joined, so they can join. Please join the Telegram Telegram group, because we'll be communicating all of this stuff, and we'll be sharing, the link and whatever required, this stuff, the documentations and the coding and everything we'll be sharing in the Telegram group only. So please join there so that you don't miss out what we are actually getting communicated on. Nano system JavaScript. Now, how much time it will take to be a MERN stack developer? Okay, so this is an interesting question, and there were a few more people who asked. We were on that topic only, but we did not finish it. I'm in 5 SEM right now, and I know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Now, how much time it will take to be a MERN stack developer? And I'm from non-tech branch. Okay, so if you know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you are already from a tech branch. Sonu, right? Yes, Sonu. So you are already from tech branch because you already know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So firstly, I'll recommend you and all other people who already have enough knowledge on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, please create a few more projects. Like suppose maybe 2 to 3 projects on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript attempt only, so that you can get better understanding on what take you have already learned. Because what happens, when you get into a MERN stack and when you go into advanced level, no, then suppose if you're working on MERN, right, you're working with React on front end and Node on back end, then you don't get enough time to get back and create certain projects on HTML and CSS just to learn a bit more on HTML and CSS. But there, the knowledge of core HTML and CSS is highly required when you're moving forward with React. And the same way, the knowledge on JavaScript is highly required when you are moving forward with Node and also on React. But at that time, you do not have enough time and enough energy to go back and then learn JavaScript from scratch just to understand the core concepts and everything, and then again restart that MERN and the project whatever you are creating again. So that is a bit more hectic. What we can do is just, from now only, if you have enough knowledge on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, just create a few more projects so that you can get a better understanding on this, and then move forward to MERN stack projects. You can learn it, but of course, get a better understanding on this first. Like, create your code first, and then keep building, keep building, keep building on as higher as you want to build. So now we are not it contains all the current future now should have give some examples. Give some examples of project on HTML. Okay, wait, let me just finish this first. Where was that? Yes. So how much time it will take to be a MERN stack dev? Okay, see, the time it is going to take is I'll share my journey. So it took me, like, when yes, HTML, yes, at that time I used to know HTML, CSS, and basic JavaScript only, and then I started searching like for full stack dev, what should I learn when I'm from HTML, CSS, and JavaScript I already have, and so on. Then again MERN and MEAN, all of these things were the options. So on MERN, why I got more interested is because of React. Of course, React is a lovely library you can use on for front end, and a Node is the best on back end, as I'm using right now. It took me 6 months, yes, 6 months, to get a better understanding and to get confident on to create the entire full stack project all alone. So I'm not talking about to get learned on. Like, suppose the knowledge is something, like suppose if you want to learn about MERN stack, you don't need to consume this 15 days bootcamp. You can learn this even from a single blog, right? But why we are here to go with a realistic roadmap and to see what fundamentals are there, and in reality what kind of project we are building, and from scratch to deployment what are the process that we are going to face, right? So all of those stuff we are going to build here now. So within 2 to 3 months you will get the knowledge, the right knowledge, and enough knowledge if you give enough time, of course. And I won't say what is the enough time again. So that is again different for different people, like maybe 2-3 hours a day. If you're giving 2-3 hours a day, so at least 2 months is enough to get, confident on MERN stack, and then go more deeper. Now create multiple projects until you are creating 2 to 3, at least 3 projects. You are not going to get the fundamentals and enough confident on creating MERN stack project from scratch to deployment all alone. Like, suppose if you will be starting your career, I'm not sure if you will be starting your career as a fresher. So so that is a different topic, but again, if you're discussing here, then we can just pop it out. So suppose if you're starting your career, then you can join, suppose most of the people would be joining startups if you are in India, because startups has more opportunities than on. So if you will be joining on startups, so there are, or maybe if some of you would start your career with freelancing, so there you do not have enough resources on your hand. What you have is yourself. Even the person who is hiring you is to handle the entire project all alone, right? Because you are the full stack developer. If you're front end developer, so there are already other people to handle the back end. If you're a back end developer, so there are already people to handle front end. But if you are the full stack developer, just try to think from the organization level. If an organization is hiring you as a full stack developer, and suppose if suppose if they are hiring a backend developer for 100 rupees and then the front end developer for 100 rupees, but instead they are hiring you for 150 rupees. Obviously they are getting discounted, but obviously they are giving they are paying you more than individual front end and back end, just because you can handle both of them. And why are they hiring? Because so that you can create the entire project from scratch for them. And even if you're moving forward to freelancing, or you're starting freelancing, then you will be handling directly with the client, and you have no idea what is the client requirement. That is a business perspective, how you are going to handle client and everything. But in terms of project, how you're going to manage is, you will be creating, like, suppose you don't have enough resources, like you will be creating the entire project from scratch to deployment, and again maybe the maintenance would be on your hand. Now at that time you do not have any other option to be dependent on, like you do not have any developer, any senior around you. Maybe you have on your contact, but you do not have any people around you who would show like this code is not the right thing, this code is not the right thing. So to get a deeper and confident on, I would say at least invest your 6 months into full stack development and get more deeper into this. Now the MERN stack is not the only MERN stack. There are more modules, there are more packages, there are more knowledge that you can acquire and advance your knowledge. Suppose, in this industry, I'm telling you, in this industry, literally none of your certificates, none of your stuff matters. What matter is what kind of project you have built previously, and what kind of skill you have, and how deeper knowledge you have. Three things only what requires in this industry to get, to get hike, or to get a job, or to get a client, or to move forward and to grow in this company, and to grow in any company that belongs to this industry, is three things. Firstly, to get get the deeper knowledge. Secondly, to get the right the what was yes, to get the deeper knowledge whatever you are doing. And then, can we get a job without degree? uh, that is very interesting question. Can is any Does anyone have the same question on their mind? Can we get a job without degree? Jigyanshu, I think you can help here. Then I would say something.
Yes, sir.
Can anyone get a job without degree?
Uh, I am really unaware about this because I'm still studying. So you would be
I
better.
think we can get a job. I think we can get a job easily without a degree in IT. Hope he didn't see Three Idiots MVI.
I
Not
mean, personally,
yeah.
my personal opinion would be that if you're skilled enough, I think a degree wouldn't matter. But then again, our society is very is a lot behind degrees. So it's really difficult at the same time.
Okay. By the way, we are almost done. Actually, we are done on introduction part, that what we are doing, what we are going to make, and so on. But this is the last topic which I'm always pumped up to discuss with you guys. Let me just share the link. And actually, why I'm forcing on this question is because I have worked the entire week to find the right answer. What is this one, right? Yes. So I have worked the entire week to find this answer. Like, can I get a degree? Can I get a job without a degree? Because even I do not have degree, not degree in the sense in terms of Indian 3 years graduation degree, but I have other computer science degrees, which is from Harvard X anyways. So Ajay sir, which company are you? So this is the podcast link that you can go and just check degree versus skill. See, this industry, not mostly nowadays, degree is not the actual thing. Who requires degree? If you're going to get married, maybe the other family member would be requiring degree, but not the boss who is asking, not the HR who are literally interviewing. What they would be asking, that is very realistic. That is very realistic. I can't even imagine I'm sharing this. So what happened in that interview, no, I went to that interview, and that was on online only. So in that interview there were people, then we were literally on a friendly discussion, like what they are offering and so on, and in a short discussion mode, like my introduction and what I'm doing and so on. So then they shared a project. They gave me a sort of, you know assignment to complete, and then their hiring process will begin. So they gave me an assignment, and I told, okay, fine. And they gave me a week to complete it. Then, so that conversation was on the night, like maybe around 8 or 9 in the night in India. By the way, I belong to Kolkata, so from Kolkata. Now, on the next day afternoon, like I sat in the morning because next day was the weekend. So I sat in the morning, and then within 2 or 2.5 hours, I completed that project. And then I submitted the assignment, and then I called that guy that, okay, so I submitted that project, and can you please just review and let me know if there is something missing, so I can fix that. Now that guy was literally shocked, and even I was not aware that he is shocked. Now that guy told me that and he knew that I did not have any degree on any particular field on IT or anything. Then the guy told we had literally 30 to 35 candidates. First of all, most of them were not able to complete this project, and secondly, even the people who already had completed, they took 1 week at least to complete it. That's why we gave you a week to complete it, and you completed within a night. How? Then I told, not even a night, it took me 2 and 2.5 hours maybe, and it was too easy. And this what I did, and literally showed that guy that these are the code, and these are very simple to complete. So that was basically a Firebase and a Razor payment gateway kind of an assignment. So these two third party were involved, the Firebase authentication and Razor Pay payment gateway and so. But again, so that guy told me that literally, and he belonged to India only. So that guy told that literally, now you are making me feel that graduation degree, what any degree literally doesn't matter. What matter is skill you have. So it literally matter what kind of a skill you are carrying on yourself, what kind of knowledge you are carrying yourself, and on the other side, how you are able to represent your knowledge. It is not like you know from 1 to 100. It is like how you are applying from 1, 2, 3, 4, and every single number to 100. It really doesn't matter if you have knowledge from 1 to 100. It is absolutely fine if you have knowledge on 1 to 10, but you should be knowing how to apply every single number from 1 to 10. So just be aware of this. And again, the moral of the story, guys, degree really doesn't matter to get a job. Degree is just for just to get a better partner when you're getting a marriage, arranged marriage actually. So that's all, I guess. Jigyans, okay, fine. So anything else you want to discuss? We'll be again discussing on Telegram, of course. So here, if you want to tell anything, so we can. But it is happening in India. Again, Indian society. I won't use those words here, but again, Indian society itself is beep. So if you're going, if you are if you're such a person in that part, like suppose you are going forward to certain, like, you know, getting involved into society kind of a stuff, or to get higher, you know, like this guy has this guy Sharma ji's beta, and this guy has degrees, this guy has this. So if you are looking forward to those stuff, you can move forward. But again, if you are moving forward in your life, like to grow truly with your core principles and live your life realistically, degree is not the thing you should go for. Skill is the thing. Please, those want to get back. I think better for freshers. No, not even for freshers. Even I was a fresher at that time when I was literally applying for that job, and that was the first job I got. By the way, I got that job that like I was talking about that interview. No, I got that job, and that was my first job, by the way. So that's why I told, no, that take entire 6 months to get a better understanding first, and then you should go forward and look for certain jobs or something. Just throw, you don't need to throw a degree, just throw your portfolio, that this is my portfolio, like, so whatever your name, suppose jigyanshu.com is my portfolio, like you just add on your LinkedIn, add on your Insta, and just go forward, and jigyanshu.com is all you need to search. They'll be searching on you, and they'll be just seeing like what kind of a project you have built, how you have implemented, how you have coded. Just show them what you did. You don't need to say a single word, just throw at them and see what you have done. You don't need any degree or anything. They'll just see and ask you certain questions. For that, you should have deeper knowledge in it, and then of course you're good to go. So how many hours you spend of learning during college days? So on learning, to be honest, I used to give 12 to 14 hours. I know that is very impractical even for now, even nowadays. To for me it is very impractical, like literally researching on this, then jumping from one course to another course and getting involved with for 12 to 14 hours was too hectic. But now I have what I deserve, and still moving forward. 6 months free through me. And again, after the sessions, we'll also discuss more. Don't worry. Okay, Jigyansu, I think that's all for today. We have already stressed a lot. So from tomorrow, let's depends on the vote, and then from tomorrow we'll be discussing more on it.
All right, guys. So as you have already heard, sir, please take the vote seriously, because that will, that will choose what you will be learning in the next 14 days. So sir also has the vote ongoing on his Instagram page, as well as the Telegram group. And as I can see right now, Amazon is leading by a lot of votes. So hopefully you will be learning Amazon clones and how to build that. And if you haven't voted yet, please vote on the group, and please be on that group. And most importantly, to learn, please stick for the entire 15-day period. Because if you miss a day, and it's not a long session at all, right? It's just a 45-minute 1 hour session every day. So you can learn very easily in the period of 15 days. And as sir mentioned, in this age, a degree, just the degree without any skill won't help you either. So the skills are what will get you ahead, and what has helped sir ahead as well. So please attend this session for the next 15 days. Please stick in this session for the entire period. And if you have any doubts at all, please drop them in the Telegram group. And as sir sees fit, he'll be answering. And please don't spam as well, because we won't be entertaining spams, right? And as for the recordings, I've already dropped the email ID. You can request the recording as of now, and you will get the access for 24 hours. And also at the end of 15 days, all these videos will be posted on GFG LPU's YouTube channel. So you can also go ahead and subscribe that. If you miss a session, you can also look at them afterwards. Can you increase time period? Now, that will obviously depend on sir how much he wants to teach you guys in this period.
Let's see, it really depends how they are communicating with me, how we are getting involved with this, and what kind of a bonding we are literally getting. Like suppose if there are literally, like I'm telling you, Jigansu, if there are people who are literally crazy enough to learn as I was, I'm always there. Even I can extend this to the 10 hours, in weekend maybe, but for entire 10 hours we can just chill, we can have lunch together, we can learn together. That is absolutely fine with me. But again, that craze should be there.
You're right. So as you heard, sir, guys, if you have that dedication, if you have that, if you have that passion to learn, the 15 days are all yours. Please make the most out of it and interact a lot, and don't say unnecessary stuff, but interact a lot. If you have doubts, be active on the group, ask doubts. So sir will also have that zeal to teach, because if there's a boring class, no teacher wants to teach. So please also encourage sir by being active, and by interacting with people, by putting your doubts and stuff on the group, as well as asking sir. And the timings will be the same. It will start at 6 most probably every day, and it will be a 45-minute hour session, how much sir wants to go ahead with it. So that will be all from us today, guys. This is a 15-day MERN Stack Bootcamp organized by GFG LPU in association with Skill Valley. There's no attendance as such, but it will be better for you if you attend and learn. And sir I'll be dropping sir's Instagram as well, so you can follow and vote for the clone.
Just go to it is your decision what you want to learn, the Zomato clone or Amazon clone. Just go to the story. I'm saying it again. Just go to the Instagram story and vote on Zomato clone or Amazon clone. And again, I'm telling you don't need to follow. Just vote there. That's it. Follow is not something what I'm asking for.
Right. And guys, I think the turnout has been really interesting. We were looking forward to people, but what you need to do is stick for the period, because if you miss out, you'll not be learning, and that will be a waste. So if you have started something, please make sure that you stick for the entire 15-day period. And I'll also be joining mostly for the 15 days. But if I'm not, my co-host Harneet will be there along with another co-host. So that is all from my side, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Get ready to learn. Be excited. And yeah, I forgot to mention at the beginning we were having some technical issues. We are very sorry for that. That wasn't expected. It was all of a sudden. We were expecting that won't happen because we had the payment account already. So that won't be happening again. That was a very small technical issue that we faced. So thank you a lot for supporting and for being here till the end. So that is all, guys, for today. And please be on time tomorrow. All right.
Yes, see you tomorrow
See
on
you.
the same time, right? And tomorrow we should prepare for the issues that we were actually facing.
Yeah, we'll be prepared for sure.
Yes, see you.
And yes, guys, the ID will be the same, which has been sent you, the same Zoom ID, same password. That will be there. So don't worry. All right. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye, Jikanshu. Bye, everyone.
Bye.